So I am back from my vacation. I had absolutely wonderful time. I was able to ground in nature. I was able to just relax and enjoy myself. However, I did have a little bit of an accident. I had opened a can of food for my cat and I cut my finger. Yeah. Right on the knuckle. Oh, and it was so painful. But my skin and my body has, it heals very quickly. And so, I mean, it was pretty deep. It was pretty deep. So I put a Band-Aid on. I used nothing the first day, absolutely nothing. I just made sure it was clean, let it bleed a little bit. Then I took some ice and I stopped the bleeding. And you know what? It literally glued shut. It literally glued shut. And it's fine. So I heal very, very fast. However, I am so relaxed, so rested from my trip. I did some gardening. I planted my the two pepper plants that I had started to get blossoms on them, and I wanted them to be in the ground somewhere where they could spread, their roots could spread, and then I thought that would help them get to form the peppers. But the morning that I was going to put them in the ground, they blossomed. They blossomed. Yeah. It was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely just thrilling. Now, they're not going to be on my patio anymore, but I am going to get like a weekly report, hopefully, of how they're growing and definitely some pictures of how big they're getting. And indeed, there is quite a few of the blossoms that are starting on the pepper plants. So I know there's going to be quite a few peppers on there. So I'm excited about that. I did some trimming, I did some planting, I did some weeding. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I got my hands dirty, got on my hands and knees. I laid in a hammock and listened to the birds chirping. It was just absolutely wondrous. It was just absolutely beautiful, and I needed it. I live in a very busy section of the city where I am. So a very busy section of the city. I'm always hearing cars and horns and alarms going off and fire engines and ambulances. And so, it was just nice to get back to nature and to hear silence. Yeah, to hear silence. Yeah. And I didn't have to worry about, running here, running there, going to pay bills, going to buy groceries. Everything just, it didn't take care of itself, but nothing fizzed me. Nothing fizzed me. I wasn't worried. I wasn't concerned about anything. I was just relaxing and taking in the fresh air, listening to the animals, doing a lot of cuddling with my cat and a fellow little kitty that was running around. And so, yeah, I had a wonderful, wonderful time. And I am so excited about doing it again. And I will be. I will be going on vacation again in the fall. I'm going actually not too far off. Fall's pretty close. Fall's pretty close, and my birthday's pretty close. So I am going into my mid 60s. So what better reason do you need to celebrate than a birthday, right? But I am going to be going on vacation again. It won't be a long vacation, but it will be a good stint. So I'm looking forward to it. I was really kind of like almost like heartbroken when I knew I had to come home because it's so relaxing there. I see animals, I see the cows, I see, the farmers bringing their cattle in. And it was just absolutely magnificent for me. It was very, 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 you have no idea how relaxing it was. And I think we need that. I think we need that. I think there comes a time when you need to kind of pull away from all the crap that's going on around you and all the activity and kind of look inward. And that's what I did. And so to my friend who picked me up and drove me to my little escapade, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I needed it. I will always remember it. When somebody is working really, really hard and then they see somebody else's anxiety or they see somebody else's pain and they're there for them, that truly is a good friend. That truly is a good friend. That's a friend that that sees your pain, sees your hurt, and wants to do something for you. So I just thought it was, I thought it was wonderful. I enjoyed myself. I didn't worry about what I looked like, my hair, nothing, nothing. My hair was curly the whole time. And I wore anything I wanted to wear. I mean, it was just, there was no expectations of any sort. And it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I ate well. I was hungry because the fresh air was good for me. I did notice though that while I was there, I didn't have as many issues with my skin as I have here. Now, I did have some episodes of, I believe, black mold and fluoride in the water. So here where I'm living now, I'm having a few concerns about that, but I haven't been able to pinpoint where those problems are coming from. But when I left, there was none of that. There was none of that. So I was, I was so happy to get where I was going. I was thankful and rejoicing, and I just loved it. And you know what? My little Toby, my little cat, he loved it too. And he made some new friends. And for the first day or so, he kind of hid. He hid, in the basement or in the attic or behind the chairs, right? And then after maybe a day and a half, he came out. Yeah, he came out and he just kind of ruled the roost. He kind of took over and did what he wanted. Yeah. So it was good for both of us, and I needed it. And I would suggest anyone who's having problems with anxiety, that's what you need. I mean, you need a bit of a trip away. You need to rest, relaxation, and let your hair down and ground. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be with you.